If you've got guests in town this weekend like we have, we're going to tell you exactly what they should be getting up to. Welcome to DXB Today. Good evening, Dubai. It's been a busy week here, but the weekend is right here. And to help you relax and unwind, we're taking you to the movies.
That is right, Katie. The world is focused on movies with both the Directors Guild of America Awards and the British Academy Film Awards this weekend. So we thought we would join in and talk movies on DXB Today.
And for tennis fans, the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Championship is kicking off this Sunday. Which way are you guys leaning towards favorite athlete or favorite actors?
Tennis. On tennis.
Movies for me, although I really like Rafael Nadal. He's cute.
Yeah, he is. He's also a very good tennis player.
Yeah, so that too, yes.
I'm really excited. Now, the men's isn't this week. It's actually the women's at the moment. So we've got the qualifying rounds for the next couple of days, or qualifiers, I should say. And then round one for the WTA starts on Sunday. I can't wait.
Exciting. I'm really excited about the BAFTAs because Brandon Fraser, my childhood crush, he's nominated for his movie The Whale, and I'm really looking forward to checking that one out. Now, if you choose movies over sports like myself, our guest co-host can help you with your watch list. He's the founder of the UAE-based streaming service that's rivaling Netflix itself.
Hello, I'm Maz Sheikh. I'm CEO of Stars Play and your co-host for today's show.
Exciting day to be a movie buff. We'll be talking to Maz about upcoming films and how Stars Play is changing cinema in the Middle East.
But first, let's check in with Khalid, who's enjoying a night out on the open-air cinema at Expo City.
I'm here at Expo City watching a movie under the stars, and you know what? You can bring your family, your kids, and even your pets. You know what? I'll speak to you a little bit later on.
Nothing beats watching a classic on the big screen out in the open, but many prefer streaming from the comfort of their couch, like myself. Maz, is that what inspired you to start your own platform?
Yeah, that, and also the younger generation where the behavior is completely changing, and everyone's tuning into on-demand content now.
And what's it like rivaling, a streaming giant such as Netflix?
Look, in the beginning it was very daunting when we first got started, but I think we found our niche in localizing and hyper-localizing the content. And since then, we've been able to keep up with them. We're one of the top 3 services in the region.
I love it.
Wow.
It's absolutely incredible. We can't wait to hear more about Stars Play a little bit later. But I'm so excited to introduce the next guest because joining us now is another cinema lover who's the brains behind Nad's Reviews on Instagram and TikTok. If you don't follow him, you must. He is the go-to source for your in-depth film and TV reviews. I don't know how he does it. Please welcome to the studio, good friend Nadeem Safieddine. How are you?
I'm good. I don't know how I do it either, Katie.
You're constantly watching TV and movies, but I love it so much. So what should we be looking at this week, Nads?
There's so much content these days, which is why I think I try my best to try to help people pick what to watch and what not to watch. The first thing I want to tell you guys about is the latest Marvel release. So we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. This comes out today in theaters, and I was at the premiere a few days ago. And, well, I gotta say, look, it's entertaining, but there's so much CGI. For those who don't know, CGI is computer-generated imagery. It's so fake.
Really?
So you get so detached from what's happening, which is really disappointing.
But is Marvel not... I don't want to offend anyone, but is Marvel not that kind of anyway? We're not to believe.
True, but usually there's a bit of, a live setting or a background. But this is a bit too much. But you've got Michelle Pfeiffer. You've got Michael Douglas, so 2 icons. Amazing. And they really elevate the movie. So they make it worth watching. But NAD rating, 6 over 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've seen that you've reviewed The Last of Us.
Of course.
And you've been talking about it
This
since
is-
we last saw you.
Yes. So this is my favorite show at the moment.
Yep.
It's by HBO, which produces like really high quality TV, and it's a beautiful post-apocalyptic tale. But everyone thinks it's about zombies,
Yeah.
when really it's just a family drama. It's about a
okay.
father and a daughter. So it's actually very beautiful, very touching,
Yes.
and it's my favorite thing right now. There's 5 episodes out so far. Every week there's a new episode, and I'm just hooked.
And Nadeem, when you talk about Marvel movies or the Ant-Man specifically, do you think there's a bit of a fatigue with the
Superhero
audience?
fatigue is a
Superhero
thing,
fatigue,
man.
yes. It is the thing,
Yes.
right?
Maz, you're going to upset a lot of people, my friend.
No, I
Trust
hear
me, I
that.
get all the hate a lot of times. So superhero fatigue is a thing. There's so much content, particularly in this genre, which brings us to the third title because it has a fresh twist on superheroes. It's called Extraordinary. And it's by Hulu, and it's about a girl who lives in a world of superpowers, but she has none. And it's not based on DC, it's not Marvel, it's new, fresh IP, which, as you know, Maz, is super rare these days. So that makes it really special. It's really witty, it's fun, it's charming. It's something I really recommend as well to start watching this weekend.
I really want to know, Maz, because in a world where reality TV and a lot of these guilty pleasure shows have taken the world by storm, how do you pick and choose the kind of content? Do you want more content that has substance, or do you go for the clicks more?
I think it's a balance, right? So there's certain there's definitely an appeal for global shows that Nadeem is referring to, but I think there's a huge opportunity for local stories and local legends, and that's part of what our niche is now, is to focus on stories from this part of the world, told and produced by people from this part of the world. And I think that hyper-localization is where we see the opportunity, and that's where the consumer is looking for more and more.
It's amazing, and it's so important about having it local as well, because obviously, Nads, you cover the Arabic series as well. You're super passionate about those. We're heading into Ramadan.
Yes,
There's
that's going to be a big
lot.
thing. There's so many
coming up.
series to watch at Ramadan, as you know.
Right,
So that's
so
going to be crazy.
We definitely need to get you back on then to do a
That's a whole segment
completely-
on its own. There's zillions of shows to cover.
Okay, very quickly, we've got one more minute with you.
Yeah.
What should we be watching in the coming weeks, streaming-wise?
Yeah. So streaming-wise, what I definitely recommend now is Shrinking. It's a new show by Apple TV. You might have heard of it.
Yeah,
It's
well, you
got-
told me about it, but not all the episodes are out.
So we would love it
Yeah.
because it's about grief, it's about therapy, and I'm a big advocate of that. And it's got Jason Segel from How I Met Your Mother, and Harrison Ford is back. He's 80 and he's like doing amazing things. He's going to be back as Indiana Jones this year.
Wow.
So he's brilliant.
Speaking of grief, I hear that Dubai Bling have a season 2 coming up.
Yes,
so
it
are you
was
looking
it
forward
was
to
recently announced. Believe it or not, I actually loved season 1. It was such a good guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
It was entertaining, and you can kind of like turn your brain off and just enjoy it. And like the cast was super fun, and they all went viral. And I'm very much looking forward to season 2.
Absolutely. It was great to see like some of our friends, people we've worked with, and the
Yeah.
Dubai hotspots. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
today.
for having me.
Thank you
Thanks,
so much for
Nadeem.
joining
Thank you,
us.
Nadeem.
It's time for a quick break, but when we're back, we have the perfect guest to let us know more about what's happening on the weekend.
Welcome back to DXB Today. Now, we are discussing movies. Where can you watch them? And one option is, of course, Stars Play. Joining us is Maz from Stars Play. Tell me, Maz, anything exciting happening in the world of Stars Play?
Well, Katie, we just launched our first Arabic original that was locally shot and produced right here in UAE. Some of the scenes were shot in Hatta and others in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So we just launched that show.
What's it called?
It's called Caboose,
Caboose. What does
which
that
means nightmare.
Is it a horror?
Arabic. It is a horror
Nice.
anthology.
My favorite genre.
Oh, really? Gosh, gives me anxiety.
So we've taken urban legends from different parts of the Arab world and retold them in different time settings, starting from the 20s, 80s, and then more recent times.
Fascinating. I'm really curious to know, with streaming platforms, what are the tools that you have in place to measure the ratings? On what basis do you recommend shows for your viewers to watch?
Sure. I mean, I don't want to sound scary, but there is a lot of data coming in when people consume content. So we track number of unique users, we track consumption in minutes and hours, We track completion rates. If you watch the first episode, did you actually finish the whole thing?
Interesting.
Did you watch the next episode? We also track how many new users are coming in and signing up for that specific show or movie.
Yeah.
So there's lots of data, but mostly focused on consumption in minutes or hours and number of unique users.
I mean, I love that. Do you also have, not to talk about any other streaming platforms, but do you have the "Are you still watching"? Do you have that?
We have that too.
It's a bit rude, isn't it? I'm like, yes, I'm still watching
That means, yeah,
for the 40 millionth time.
Yeah, so
I'm
many
really
hours.
excited about that original, though. That's amazing.
It premiered right here in Dubai, and it was shot in UAE, and it's doing extremely well. It's our top performing show by far.
You know that, if you need extras next time.
Next
Exactly.
time.
We're all
Or
here.
leads, as well.
We'll keep that in mind.
Now, if you are having cabin fever watching movies on your couch, a great option this weekend is to go down to the open-air cinema at Expo City. Let's catch up with Khalid, who's checking it all out.
Hey guys, I got some really cool things to tell you, but me and Dali, we just came out of the cinema and she's going to tell us about the collaboration that they have done with Vox Cinemas. Well, Dalia, thank you for being here with us, but what's going on?
Thank you, Khalid, for being here. Vox has been an amazing partner. We were able to get into the room with them and take advantage of the amazing weather in Dubai right now and Jubilee Park. Create a very curated list for families. Vox brought along their concession stand, so popcorn, candy for the kids. And we started screening movies from the 10th until the 18th. There's a movie every night, 2 movies every night. One for kids, it's usually an animated movie, fun for anyone, and then a more family kind of geared movie at 8:30.
All right, that's great. So I know that I can probably bring down my kids, we'll see what happens. So one important thing, what made you choose movies? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, we had this amazing space. We knew that it would be something different for families to come to. We were able to offer it for free to all of our visitors. The events and entertainment team is a very diverse kind of team. We have a lot of different demographics, people with kids of different ages. We got into a room together, curated the list, chose each movie, and we're really happy. We think it's a really good turnout so far.
Well, I love it. I know we were just watching a movie inside together, but before we go back in, can you tell us a little bit more what we might expect from Expo City?
Yes, so a lot of family activities, a lot of family events. We really kind of want to align ourselves with that vibe here. Very soon we'll be announcing Ramadan, all of our Ramadan activities. We really encourage people to come down during that time of month for lots of fun surprises for everyone.
Well, definitely, I'm very excited. I can't wait to come down here in Ramadan. But anyways, there's a lot going on in Expo City. Don't miss it. But me and Dali are going to head back and watch the rest of those movies. Back to you in the studios.
Thanks, Khalid, so much. It looks amazing down there. Love Expo City. Right, well, of course, watching movies is one weekend activity, but to help us plan the rest of our weekend, our next guest knows exactly what's on in the city. See what I did there?
I see what you did.
Group editor of What's On, Alice Holtham. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Katie. Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, we are honoured to have you. You are honoured. You are honoured to be here. What's On really is the go-to. I love your Instagram. You guys tell me everywhere I need to be. But now I need to hear it from you. What are we doing this weekend, Alice?
I mean, there's so much happening across the city this weekend. I mean, on the subject of festivals, I think let's start with Miami Vibes. I don't know if you've heard of Miami Vibes. It's very popular in Abu Dhabi. It has been in Dubai before. It's a super Instagrammable food festival. The theme for this season is Purple Rain. So it's all purple, everything, super Instagrammable, some amazing homegrown concepts are there. So yeah, I would definitely recommend checking that out. It's on until February 24th.
Food, and we love food, don't we?
Absolutely, we love it.
Any restaurants? What kind of restaurants openings have we got?
There's so many. There's some huge ones, obviously, with Atlantis the Royal having just opened. There's a huge amount of celebrity chef restaurants there. I'm most excited to check out Dinner by Heston. I've not been there yet. Lamar is very, very nice.
Yeah, Katie and I were just at the opening of
but we didn't
Lamar
see each
and we didn't see each other. I don't know how you can miss skating over it. But we were at the same restaurant and didn't spot each other. But I thought it was a really cool place. I really liked Atlantis the Royal. I mean, I wasn't invited to the opening. Who was complaining? But I quite like the property. It is stunning. Beautiful. How do you come up with like new ideas week after week? I mean, I understand there's a lot to choose from, but...
I think we're very, very lucky to kind of know a lot of the great people who are putting on these amazing events. But we really try and keep it as a mix. We are very lucky in my team to have music lovers and film buffs and the really sporty team and the foodies, which I firmly sit on the foodie side of things. So we really try between all of our kind of passions to make sure we cover all eventualities.
Absolutely.
And I really enjoy your weekly update on what to watch, right? Each week. And so any special highlights there?
Do you know what? I heard you talking about it earlier, and I know we've got to wait a little while, but I am very excited for Dubai Bling Season 2.
Yeah. So am I. So am I. It's everyone's guilty pleasure.
Right? I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but I really am.
It's going to be good. Right, let's talk about then family things in terms of staycations. Where should we be staycationing in Dubai?
Well, I think one that's really nice to talk about is Bab Al Shams, Old But Gold, and that is back. They closed in May last year for a refurb, and they've just reopened now. And this, if you're not familiar with Bab Al Shams, is one of the most incredible desert resorts that we have here in the UAE. It's now gone under new operations, the same team that operate Atlantis and One and Only, and now behind Bab Al Shams. And you know, all the lovely parts of Bab Al Shams are still there. Al Hadira restaurant has remained, but they've really upgraded some of those slightly tired touches, and I would definitely say that is one to check out.
Maz, where do you like to go here in Dubai? What are the places that you always go to?
Well, it's funny, Alison mentioned Miami vibes, because I've definitely experienced that with our office in Abu Dhabi on the Yas Island, and I highly recommend that venue, because I enjoyed the food there, and they've got everything from your gourmet shawarma to sushi. They've got it all.
I think Dubai is definitely one of the culinary capitals of the world, because irrespective of where you come from, there is something for everyone. We discussed Lamar a little bit earlier. Any other hot new restaurants that we need to look out for?
I would definitely say Bungalow 34. If you're not familiar with Bungalow 34, it's a new restaurant from the Tasha's group. So if you know Flamingo Room in Al Naseem, that has now opened next to Nikki Beach. But it's very sort of relaxed, chilled out. You know, go for beach days, go for that sort of gorgeous Mediterranean food. Yeah, Bungalow 34. And if you've not yet heard of Josette, I would say Josette is another one, which comes from the team behind Il Borro, which is another fantastic multi-award winning restaurant. The team have always been strictly about Italian cuisine, and now they have moved to French cuisine with a Josette, and that is beautiful. Really, definitely one to check out.
And finally, Alice, before you leave, and I want to hear from both of you, what would you say is the place or the thing to check out in Dubai?
Oh, no pressure.
Wow.
Alice, we're all ears.
This weekend or
this weekend? Let's go this weekend.
Do you know where you will find me this weekend is Elro. We have got Idris Elba headlining tonight, and Armin van Helden tomorrow. So Elro Festival is here for the first time in its full format, and that is down at D3 today and tomorrow. So that is where I will be.
Idris Elba was at the opening of Lamar too, and I didn't see him, but you did.
Idris Elba's everywhere.
What about you, Maz? What are you looking forward to this weekend?
Well, I'm looking forward to watching more Caboose
on
Stars Play. But we have a new
and where
episode.
can we watch that exactly?
We have a new episode coming out, and it's already on the platform. I highly recommend you watch that. It's shot right here in Dubai.
Genuine question, does it have English subtitles?
It does have English subtitles.
Amazing, okay.
It does have English
subtitles. I'm down for it.
Maz, Alice, thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun. Looking forward to going out and staying in the Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's time for another break, but when we're back, we have the cast of Shrek, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to DXB Today, and I'm so excited because I'm joined in the studio by Princess Fiona, Shrek and Donkey. How are you all?
We're great. Thank you very much for having us.
Oh, we're so excited to have you. It's been an interesting evening so far, having you milling about already. Princess Fiona, I wore green especially for you.
Thank you.
Shrek kind of as
Of course.
Donkey, you're not going to wear green? Maybe.
I think I'm fine.
You look good. Princess Fiona, let me go to you first of all. First of all, welcome to Dubai. How are you enjoying it so far?
I am loving it. So I haven't been to many places because I just escaped, but I heard that the Burj Khalifa is higher than my castle.
Just a little bit, yeah. I mean, I don't know how high your castle actually is.
Look, I need to see it to believe it. Someone take me.
What about you guys? You two seem like you're up to no good already.
Oh, I'm loving Dubai. Everything is big here. Everything is beautiful here. There's great beaches with shimmering waters. There's the world's biggest shopping malls. There's the tallest building in the world.
Oh, speaking of the tallest building in the world.
Donkey, it's just started and you're already interrupting. I've been trying to teach him about being polite. That's better. All right. Your turn.
I have to say, the Burj Khalifa is so beautiful and it's crazy. It's mashallah, man. And I've been enjoying sitting in the Burj Khalifa, bossing all the waiters around while enjoying a vegetarian biryani.
Well, hang on. If you're enjoying biryani, I thought you had a bit of a sweet tooth, Donkey. What are you enjoying?
Yeah, I used to like parfaits, but right now I'm in Dubai. Oh man, I love what's that food again?
Umali?
Ali, yeah, there we go. That's the one. I love Ali. I have it every morning before I start my day.
So, we know that you're going to be here for a few days. You're going to be at the Dubai Opera. It's going to be exciting. What should we expect? Have you brought your swamp and all your friends with you?
Oh, there's a lot of people travelling around with us. We've brought a lot of friends. You should expect a production that's full of myself and these two, as well as some other leading characters.
Okay.
You should expect some magic. You should expect some beautiful costumes, wonderful, humorous characters, absolutely fantastic music, and some heartfelt moments, and some lessons about being more than what you think you might have thought you could be to start with.
Layers. It's about layers, isn't it?
There's a lot of layers.
And you said about some other characters. Where's Lord Farquhar?
Where did he go? He's been scuttling around somewhere.
Okay, well, we'll find out where Lord Farquhar is. Honestly, we are so excited to have you. Welcome to Dubai. Have an amazing time whilst you're here. You're here for until the 26th, I understand?
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant to have you here. Thank you so much. Right, Ahmed, over to you.
Well, another fun Friday comes to an end. Don't forget to tag us on our socials with everything that you're doing on the weekend with the hashtag DXB Today. But on Monday, when we're back, we have the Gulf Food 2023, and we've got a way to declutter our lives. So guys, what are you decluttering?
Declutter. I quite like decluttering. Do you know, I was watching something online the other day. Marie Kondo, after she's had her third child, said she's not really into getting rid of stuff that sparks joy anymore, that doesn't spark joy anymore.
Shows you what children
because
do.
She's got 3 kids and she's got no time. What about you? Do you like decluttering a little bit?
Love a declutter. It does actually genuinely make me feel much better to clear everything out. But yeah, the Marie Kondo thing actually was hilarious.
I mean, because of her, I pretty much let go of everything I own since 2013, and I'm not just talking about my ex-husband, like pretty much everything. Whatever doesn't spark joy.
But I think it is true. After the Marie Kondo thing, I think it was important because there were so many outfits and clothes, and I'm like, I haven't worn this in years, but I'll just keep hold of it for now.
What about Ahmed? Have you had to throw some condoras out, or?
I do declutter sometimes, but also decluttering your mind.
Yes.
Leaving some space for new things to experience and just relaxing and unwinding, because our lives are just becoming so crazy.
It is
with
true.
work and
I've also just realised I've still got my Shrek ears on.
It's time to declutter that.
Declutter that.
That's all on this episode of DXB Today. Whatever you're doing this weekend, whether you're staying in or going out, just have yourselves a great weekend, okay?